money, and they're doing something with it, but they're not taking care of where you're paying your tax dollars. It's not going where it's supposed to go. Some people think, oh, this is a vacation for these prisoners. They get to watch TV. They have this exercise court and all this. Our death row inmates are locked up 23 hours a day. And you'll be doing well if you get that 1 hour out. And they decided they're going to let you take a shower or not. My son washed his clothes in his toilet. And he take his hands and put it between his mattress so that he can have it like it's pressed. Because my son still worried about the way he looks.
All right.
My son has class.
Yeah.
And they didn't take away from him what they tried.
Right.
Because he has God in him. And he will always have God in him.
Yes. Speak out.
And not only he is speaking for himself, but he's speaking for the other prisoners. He said, Mama, I already talked to Mary Phelps of some people I want her to take care of. Help her take care of her mama. And I'll be okay. But you know what, when you take away a life, and then you find out later they're innocent, how are you going to bring them back? How are you going to bring him back to me? You punishing his whole family and killed his father. What? How are we going to survive this? His brother, his sister, fought in the military. His uncles, we fought for the freedom of everyone. And what kind of freedom did they give my son? They won't even listen to his innocence. The parole board talked to my son. They wouldn't even let him talk. And then one of them winked his eye at him, so Mary Phelps said, you know what? That probably was a good sign. And then while I was talking to my son, because yesterday was the first time they allowed me to see my son after over a year. While we were talking, they brought the papers. Parole board denied, except for two. One to save my son's life. So I said, Mary Phelps, you told me that guy winked his eye. You thought that was going to be good. She said, I guess he was winking. Let Reginald know we're going to kill you. I feel so much anger. I can't begin to tell you the life that I lived day in and day out. And these same animals that's getting ready to take my son's life have the nerve to tell his own mama, you cannot see him. I'll make a decision 2 weeks prior to the date, and just made it for me to see him yesterday. This was kind of stinking dogs we got running different places. They think they're above God, and we need to bring them down to their knees.
That's right.
And on the way we're going to do that, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them!
Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton.
Save Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton. Save Reginald Blanton.
I want his oldest brother and my son-in-law, because it's a great loss to them too. He has not. Can't you imagine? They say animals need love. They need to be touched. My son is not a human being. He doesn't need that touch. Can't you imagine loving someone so much and can't touch them?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Can't hold them?
Yes, ma'am.
But yet they want to kill my son and throw him in a grave. We're talking about a young man. A young man, 18 years old, he went into that stinking place. I have not held my son. My son. Can't you imagine that? I know you rub your cats and your dogs, and you know how they love you and want to lick you and kiss you because of the love they feel from you. You're telling me my son is less than an animal? How can people live with knowing that you got people running this country that feels this way? Think about it. You're a parent. You have loved ones. Oh, merciful Father, glory is thy name.
Yes,
I praise
yes,
and
yes,
worship
yes.
your holy name. You have the last say so. And all these other people, they're going to have to answer to God.